Hi everyone, welcome back to Sacred Season Healing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm grateful that you've chosen to spend a little time here with me. Today we're going to be focusing on the throat chakra, also known, well, I can spell it, I can't say it, also known as Vishuddha, Vishuddha. The throat chakra is located in the throat and neck area, and is the center of communication, self-expression, truth, authenticity, and speaking from the heart. The chakra governs our ability to express our thoughts, feelings, needs, desires, and personal truth clearly and honestly, right? It influences how we communicate with others, but also how we communicate with ourselves. Okay, so what I'd like to do is go through when our throat chakra is in balance, it's balanced, how we may experience that in our daily lives, but then also kind of outline if it's out of balance or blocked and what we may be seeing in our daily lives if it is blocked. Okay, so if you do not want to stick around for that, you want to jump right into the reading, the timestamp is in the description box below. Okay, let's get started. When the throat chakra is balanced, we feel confident expressing ourselves. We speak honestly and respectfully. We communicate our needs clearly. We listen actively and feel comfortable sharing our thoughts, our ideas, and our emotions. We're able to set healthy boundaries and speak our truth without fear. When the throat chakra becomes blocked, though, we may struggle with speaking up for ourselves, expressing our feelings, setting boundaries, or communicating our needs. Some people may find themselves staying silent to avoid conflict even, while others, they may over-explain themselves or become defensive or feel misunderstood. A blocked throat chakra can also show up as fear of judgment, difficulty trusting our own voice, or even like people-pleasing tendencies, right? Or feeling like our opinions don't matter. Today's reading is intended to help us gain insight into what may be blocking the throat chakra, what may be contributing to that blockage, how spirit is guiding us toward healing, and how we can begin integrating that healing into our daily lives. Okay? So as always, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. These readings are for the collective, so not every message will apply to every person. Trust your intuition and allow the messages that are meant for you to find you. Let's take a deep breath together, open ourselves up to receive whatever guidance Spirit has for us today, and begin our throat chakra reading. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and ask Spirit first to show us, please, Spirit, the current blockage within the throat chakra for the collective. Please show us the current blockage within the throat chakra for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Please show us the current blockage in the throat chakra for the collective. Thank you. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles came out. All right, I'm going to get all the cards out on the table, and then I'll go through what each message is in each position. Okay, Spirit, can you also show us what's causing this blockage within the collective? What is causing this blockage within the collective? What is causing this blockage within the collective? Thank you, Spirit. What is causing the blockage in the throat chakra for the collective? Thank you, Spirit. The Five of Wands came out as the blockage, or the cause of the blockage. Okay. The next thing I'd like to ask, Spirit, is how can we begin healing this blockage? How can the collective begin healing this blockage? Please show us clearly. Thank you. How can the collective begin healing this blockage, Spirit, in the throat chakra? How can the collective begin healing this blockage in the throat chakra? Please show us clearly. Okay, the Hierophant wanted to come out. Let's see if anything else would like to come out for healing this blockage in the throat chakra for the collective. Okay, all right, so the Hierophant is what we have as the suggested healing. Spirit, could you also show us how can we integrate this healing practice in our daily lives? Thank you, Spirit. How can we integrate this into our daily life? Thank you, Spirit. We have the Two of Wands. Let's see if there's anything else. I'll finish going through this deck. Well, this one wanted to come out, the Queen of Cups. We'll leave that over there to the side. Okay, so as the blockage, it's the Seven of Pentacles in our throat chakra. And what's causing it? The Five of Wands. How can we heal it? The Hierophant. And how can we integrate this into our daily lives? We have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Cups that wanted to show herself, right? Didn't quite flip over though. So what I think the message is here today is that, okay, let's talk about the Seven of Pentacles first, the blockage, okay? Now, the Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting, observing. You can see the man looking down at the pentacles, the seeds that he had planted. So he's evaluating, and he, you know, sometimes it represents even hesitation, right? So in this position of the blockage, Spirit may be showing us that the collective is spending a lot of time thinking about what they want to say, or analyzing situations, replaying conversations, or waiting for the right moment to express themselves. Okay? Some of us may be holding back our truth while we wait for more information, or better timing, or reassurance that our words will be understood. We may know what we want to say, but for one reason or another, we aren't actually saying it, okay? So this can create a blockage within the throat chakra, because communication is energy and motion. When our thoughts, feelings, and needs remain unexpressed for too long, that energy can become stagnant. So let's look at what the cause of the blockage is. The Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands often speaks of conflict, disagreement, tension, competition. It could even be differing opinions. So it looks like Spirit may be showing us that past experiences involving conflict have made some of us hesitate to speak openly, okay? So perhaps every time we tried to express ourselves, we felt challenged or misunderstood or criticized, maybe even ignored or drawn into arguments. And over time, this can create a fear of speaking up, because we begin associating honesty with conflict. Some people may be avoiding difficult conversations altogether, right? Others may be suppressing their feelings in order to keep the peace. Spirit is showing us that the fear of disagreement may be stronger than the desire to express what is truly in our hearts. So let's look at now what Spirit is guiding us toward for healing. The Hierophant is a beautiful card, right? Especially in this position, because it speaks of wisdom, integrity, higher guidance, values, and speaking from a place of truth. Spirit may be encouraging the collective to reconnect with their own inner wisdom and core values. Rather than speaking from emotion alone, we're being guided to communicate from a grounded, authentic, and thoughtful place. The Hierophant reminds us that our voice matters. It encourages us to honor our truth even when it feels uncomfortable. It also reminds us that healthy communication isn't about winning an argument. It's about expressing ourselves honestly, respectfully, and with integrity. For some people, healing may involve journaling, prayer, meditation, counseling, mentorship, or seeking guidance from trusted teachers or spiritual practices that help strengthen their confidence and self-expression. Finally, let's look at how we can integrate this healing into our daily lives. For integration, we have the Two of Wands, and I also noticed that, the Queen of Cups wanting to come make her presence known. So we'll talk about the Two of Wands first. The Two of Wands speaks about making conscious choices and taking intentional action. Spirit may be asking us to become more proactive in expressing ourselves rather than waiting indefinitely for the perfect moment. Okay? Healing the throat chakra often begins with small acts of courage. So speaking up when something bothers us, communicating our needs, setting healthy boundaries, asking questions when we need clarity, expressing even appreciation when we feel gratitude. Okay? Now, the Queen of Cups adds a beautiful layer of emotional wisdom because she's compassionate, right? She reminds us that truth and kindness can exist together. We don't have to choose between being honest and being compassionate. We can speak our truth while remaining loving, understanding, and emotionally aware. So I think overall Spirit's message for the collective today is that many of us may be holding back our voice because we're afraid of conflict or criticism or being misunderstood. Healing begins when we reconnect with our truth, trust our wisdom, and communicate from a place of integrity rather than fear. As we practice expressing ourselves with both courage and compassion, the throat chakra begins to open and flow more freely. I especially like that Queen of Cups showing up on the edge of the reading there, because for a throat chakra reading, she almost feels like Spirit adding a footnote that says, yes, speak your truth, but remember that how you say it matters just as much as what you say. I can totally relate to that, and I need this message as much as maybe some of you do, because I tend to get all worked up when I'm talking about something that matters deeply to me. And I think that I could work on using the Queen of Cups advice as softening my approach, still being honest and speaking my truth, but just maybe deliver in a little bit softer way. So I think this is a beautiful balance of Hierophant's wisdom, right, and the Queen of Cups compassion. Yeah, so now what I'd like to do next is give you some suggestions of some crystals. Some people like to work with crystals that you could use in your meditation practice or healing practice. Some sound therapy recommendations, some aromatherapy if you like that, and then also some affirmations. So if you need to grab pen or paper or type it out in your notes section on your phone, you can pause the video for that. Okay. Let's get started. We'll start here with, let's do the affirmations first. Okay. My voice matters. I speak my truth with confidence and clarity. I communicate honestly and authentically. I express my thoughts and feelings with ease. I trust myself to stay. I can't talk today for some reason. I trust myself to say what needs to be said. I am worthy of being heard. I communicate my needs clearly and respectfully. I release the fear of judgment. I speak with both courage and compassion. My words reflect my authentic self. Okay, some crystals for the throat chakra. If you enjoy working with crystals, some wonderful choices might be blue lace agate, Agate. It promotes calm, clear communication and self-expression. Aquamarine, it supports confidence, truth, and honest communication. Sodalite, it encourages clarity, logic, and speaking your truth. Lapis lazuli, okay, so that's Lapis, lapis, and then lazuli, Lazuli. That enhances wisdom, communication, and self-awareness. And then turquoise supports authentic expression and emotional honesty. Okay, if you enjoy aromatherapy, you might consider peppermint. Peppermint helps with refreshing or energizing and supporting like clear communication, right? Eucalyptus, it encourages openness and clear breathing. Lavender is calming and soothing when expressing difficult emotions. Chamomile supports peaceful communication and emotional balance. And then we have rosemary, which promotes mental clarity and confidence. Okay, some sound healing and frequencies. Many people enjoy listening to throat chakra frequencies during meditation, journaling, yoga, or relaxation. The frequency most commonly associated with the throat is 741 hertz. You may also enjoy guided communication meditations, crystal singing bowl sound baths, chanting, humming, or vocal toning exercises. You could even try breath work practices focused on the throat and neck area. Okay? For movement and energy flow, because energy can become trapped when we suppress our thoughts, feelings, or truth, gentle movement can help restore the flow. Some suggestions might be neck stretches and shoulder rolls, gentle yoga poses such as cat-cow or fish pose or plow pose, and thread the needle pose, okay? Again, if you don't know what those poses look like or you're not familiar with them, you can always look those up on YouTube or Google. You might want to try singing along to your favorite songs, humming or chanting, reading aloud, practicing difficult conversations out loud before having them, and then deep breathing exercises that focus on relaxing the jaw, neck, and throat. Okay? Remember, healing the throat chakra isn't about speaking more. It's about speaking more authentically. Your voice was given to you for a reason, and your thoughts, feelings, and needs, and your truth deserve to be expressed. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this reading resonated with you, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Leave your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear how this is playing out in your lives. We're all here to support each other. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and until next time, take care of yourselves and keep healing. Bye.